Hey there, welcome back. In this lesson, we're diving into one of the most important parts of your remote job toolkit, your resume. I know it can feel so overwhelming to figure out how to stand out when hundreds of other people are applying for the same job online. But here's the truth. Remote employers are looking for something very specific. And once you understand what that specific thing is, you'll know exactly how to position yourself as the person that they need to hire. So today, I'm going to teach you how to make a remote-ready resume and a cover letter that'll help you stand out from amongst the crowd. These valuable assets will speak directly to what hiring managers want to see while still feeling like you. Let's start with something most people get wrong. Your resume is not just a list of jobs. It's your story of impact. It shows what you've done, yes, but more importantly, it shows how what you've done created real results. Remote employers don't just want someone who can do tasks. They want someone who can solve problems, communicate clearly, and take initiative, all without needing to be micromanaged. So instead of focusing on what your duties were at each job, you need to highlight what your contributions were. For example, instead of writing, "I answered customer service emails," you could say, "I resolved over 50 daily customer inquiries through email and chat, maintaining a 98% satisfaction rate and improving team response efficiency." Now, doesn't that sound so much better? That one small shift tells the reader this person adds some measurable value. So quantify your contributions. Now, when you're building your remote-ready resume, you want to make sure you include skills that demonstrate that you have what it takes to work remote. You want to look like you can thrive in a remote environment, not like they're going to have to train you forever to teach you how to do this. So skills that demonstrate some type of expertise in a remote environment, even if you've never worked remote, these transferable skills would include things like time management, written communication skills, self-motivation, tech adaptability, and collaboration tools like Slack and Zoom. Even if you've never worked remotely before, you can highlight these transferable skills to, make sure that the recruiters understand that you could do what they're asking of you. For example, if you ever managed your own schedule in a previous role, or if you managed others' schedule in a previous role, or if you coordinated across teams via email or phone, like if you're a student and you have group projects where you talk on Microsoft Teams or something like that, that still counts as remote readiness, guys. So as you write your bullet points out, think to yourself, how have I demonstrated independence, accountability, and communication? Those are the golden traits of remote work, and that is what employers are looking for their candidates. So here's that little secret that I told you I was going to tell you, back in the last module. In the very first part of the course, I was going to tell you that I have a secret recipe for resumes. So here it is. My little secret is you don't need to start from scratch every time. That is so time consuming. You can use one master resume, then slightly adjust it depending on what the job emphasizes. So, before applying, I need you to scan the job description for keywords that repeat over and over again. Phrases like CRM software, or remote collaboration, or customer success, or project coordination. So phrases like these are going to be your clues to what, keywords you need to include in your assets. Then you're going to take that same language and you're going to mirror it in your bullet points on your resume and in your skills section, and in your job duties for your certain positions, right? You can also add there as well. Now, you don't have to do it in the job duties sections, but if you want that extra oomph for the ATS bypass, then you can do that. So this helps your resume, pass through those ATS filters. It also catches the hiring manager's eye. It doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes just updating 2 to 3 lines of your resume can make all the difference between being filtered out or being invited to an interview. Let's talk visuals. Your resume does not have to be flashy to get noticed. Your resume needs to be clean, consistent, and readable. Stick to simple fonts like Helvetica or Arial. Keep your name bold at the top, followed by your title and contact info. Use short bullet points or sections and consistent spacing. No really long paragraphs, guys. People will just skim over that and they won't even read it. Hey, job seeker, I have a quick reminder for you. This will actually kind of serve to break up some of the coursework, if you're feeling kind of bleary-eyed and, needing a little bit of a break. You do not have to have remote job experience whatsoever to get a remote job. So blink your eyes, look away for a little bit from the screen, stand up, stretch, get a drink, pat yourself on the back. You deserve it for making it this far in the course, and I am super proud of you. But yeah, guys, you don't need to have worked remotely before to get a remote job. What matters most is how you communicate your remote readiness through your results that you've already driven in your previous roles. If you can prove your reliability and your ability to self-manage, all of this plays a part in communicating that readiness. So don't downplay your experiences just because they were in person. I need you to reframe them. For instance, think of what you've done at your other positions that are in person and reframe them for what would be useful in a remote role. So, for instance, if you collaborated with a team of 12 across 3 locations, this already shows that you can work in different locations and strive towards the same goal. So by the end of this course, you'll have a resume that not only looks amazing, but one that's going to sell your story. Hey, thanks for sticking with me this far. In the next lesson, we're going to cover something just as important as your resume, your cover letter template. I'll see you in the next lesson.